Just came back from the performance shop to get all my lines and fittings and stuff ordered. Now I'm a dumbass. I left my house key in the house. So, try to figure out how to pick the lock. Build is back underway. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I've got the turbo over here. I've got the old feed and return lines, and I have a coupler I need to take with me to the performance shop so I can get the correct fittings that I need and the correct sizes couplers that I need. This is the correct size for all my tubing, but I need to go from a 3-inch inlet to a 2.5 to run piping up from my filter, my pod filter. Then I got to go from whatever the outlet is to 2.5. So let's get to it. Oh yeah, can't wait, guys. All right, let's get in there and get some fittings. I'm back again. So it's been oh too long. Way too long, and it's freezing out here, and it's spring. And I left the sunroof open on my car. Anyways, let me get this cleaned up a little bit and show you. You may show you what I've already done off camera, because I want this thing done. So let me come back to you in a little bit when I get this all cleaned up, and I'll show you what I've done so far and what I'm about to do today. As you can see, everything is all on, everything's tight and ready to go except for the drain. The drain, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't film putting any of this on. I normally would, but I wanted to get this thing going again, and I just thought, you know, I'm just gonna do it. But anyways, I have to route the drain underneath the CV axle and route it. Oh crap, forgot the engine's only got one bolt in it. I gotta route that back up to the bottom of the turbo. Everything though is all nice and tight, shouldn't leak. Tight here, so, and downpipe is on, everything's on. I plumbed, I was going to make the video on this of creating this downpipe. I didn't actually make this. I bought this from Indy Race Parts. They have a shop in Indianapolis and they have a shop in Griffith, Indiana. Anyways, but I had to drill the hole here on the top of the downpipe and then cut and re-weld the flange and everything for the wastegate. So, but everything is all plumbed in. Everything's nice and tight, no leaks. All wrapped up, all looking nice. Everything's tight and ready to go back in the car. To get this 3 to 2.5 adapter for the front of the turbo for the inlet. Then I had to get the 2 to 2.5 adapter for the outlet for the charge side of the turbo. So everything's ready to go. So everything's on, ready to go. I've just got this one last bolt here to take out, and the engine will be free from the stand, and I can get the flywheel and clutch assembly on it, which is sitting right over there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to feed this thing in here. Can't get the engine in, so I gotta drop the transmission, slide it. I'll be back to you in a little bit. I'm back, as you can tell, completely different time of the day, completely different day. Let me show you what I've got so far. So transmission, everything is bolted together. I actually had to drop everything down, drop everything, pull it all out of the car, put it together, and then put it back up in the car. Engine sits in just a hair crooked. Turbo, the compressor housing is right up against the firewall, which is fine. I can beat the firewall in and make a little cubby for the compressor housing. Another thing I did notice, I've been reading online, everybody's saying this manifold will not work for this car, which is bullcrap because it does work. It's just people are afraid that they're not going to be able to get an inlet tubing on, and they're not going to be able to deal with the rattle and the vibration because it's up against the firewall. Well, it's pretty simple. You beat the firewall in, make a little cubby for it, and then as far as inlet, you just bend this coolant line, which I'm about to do, and then you get a 3-inch to 2.5-inch elbow, 45 or a 90, and you just run it up right here. And I'm gonna run it up and tuck it in right up underneath the master cylinder, and then just run it up right here. And then since I'm running all tubing, I'm gonna make a bracket for the mass airflow. I'm gonna run brackets to hold it so everything stays steady and tight. This is just kind of zip tied in because the bolt snapped off, but that's there. 90% of my wiring is ran, not where the factory, where it was factory, but it's all ran. So, just want to show you where I'm at right now. It's definitely a long, drawn-out process of getting this thing back together. But hopefully this beast will be up and running by next week. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut part 6 of the build right now. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish figuring out where the rest of the wiring goes. Try to figure out where this one that I don't know what it is. Figure out what that is. I gotta shift the engine, I gotta move the engine a little bit, I gotta beat the firewall, make that cubby hole, bend that coolant line, and wait for my elbow to come in for the inlet, and then I can start routing all my intercooler piping and start getting everything set up. So that being said, I will catch you guys in the next part of the build. I think next part of the build, I'm just going to finish most of it up. I'll show you guys. I'll probably dedicate part 7 to running the intercooler piping and making all the brackets for the intercooler. I'll probably dedicate that episode just solely straight for the intercooler. And then after that, it'll be basically short updates of the body panels, doing all the body work and paint, and then interior is just going to be later on down the road. So basically part 7 is going to conclude the main mechanical area of the build, and then it's just going to be updates. I may do like a part 8, basically just time-lapsing me doing the body work, and then as far as painting, I can throw the case on this thing and take you guys into the booth. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and just keep an eye on this build, and keep an eye on some shenanigans and some fun with that BMW I got sitting over there. Take care, guys. If you like watching my videos, watching the crazy adventures, shenanigans, and the builds like this one here behind me, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Deeply appreciated, and it's free. If you want to watch the previous video, you can click right here, or you can click the subscribe button right here, and down in the description there's a link to Stevie B. Random's channel. He's in most of my videos. Go check him out as well. Like and subscribe.